Okay, so let's start with what is undoubtedly, I think, the chart of the moment. The most important aspect of the financial markets at the moment is the fact that technology, the technology sector, has certainly been coming off the boil. The top panel here shows the NASDAQ, or the proxy for it, the PowerShares Triple Q Trust ETF. And, we can see that it topped out in November last year. That's when it peaked. Since then, the lower panel shows the technology side has been really underperforming the broader market. This is the relative strength versus the S&P 500 on the lower panel. Well, that's interesting because obviously AI has been the theme over the last couple of years. A lot of people speculating about whether it's a bubble, the circular economy of this money going in and out of people's balance sheets and companies' balance sheets, whether it's actually real money, whether it's investment, whether actually the investment that is being made in the data centers, etc., whether that's going to start paying dividends anytime soon. So people are obviously getting a little bit worried, and that's coming through in this chart here. So from a purely price action technical analysis point of view, it's interesting because the NASDAQ, back in the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s, the NASDAQ started to underperform the S&P 500 in early 2000. And it took a few months for the NASDAQ, for the broader market, to succumb to that downward movement in technology. And so we might just be on the cusp of something like that happening again. Obviously, at the moment, there's been a sideways movement in the NASDAQ. There is a bearish Elliott wave interpretation, which we're not showing here. But from an orthodox technical analysis point of view, we can say that if this level here is broken, this November low here of 580 on the QQQs, and if it was done on expanding volume, which it probably would be, it would be a really nice classical double top pattern. So let's see how this develops. Thanks for watching this clip from my 2026 Global Rates and Money Flows quarterly webinar. If you want to learn more and get in-depth coverage of global markets, go to elliottwave.com or click the links below this video.